Hello and welcome to Your Journey Yoga. I'm Cheryl. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you are having a fantastic day and that life is looking good and full of hope and full of joy. If you're not quite at that point yet, hopefully this will help and bring out all of the positive things in your world and inside of you. So again, thanks for joining me today. We're going to focus on the lower back today and a little bit different. We're going to start in corpse pose, so laying flat on your back. If you are joining me for the first time, never done yoga before, this is actually a great beginning series, a beginning flow for you to just do some really nice gentle stretches. I know oftentimes a lot of people come to yoga because of issues with lower back, and everybody says, do yoga, do yoga, do yoga. They're very smart and pointed you in the right direction. I too, that's actually how I found yoga as well. So lower back issues, and it's all good, guys. It is a life changer if you let it be that. So in corpse pose, so just flat on your back, come in there as safely as you want to, so however you like, supported or unsupported, just come on down onto your back and extend those legs out nice and long. Now maybe extending those legs is not great for you at this point. You can always have your knees bent. Hands are going to come down by your sides. And we're just going to close our eyes and we're going to breathe for just a moment. Big, slow, steady breaths. And then we're going to draw one knee in towards the chest. Hands to your shin, just below your knee. And we're going to pull the knee in nice and tight. Now again, that left knee might be bent with the sole of the foot on the floor, or the leg can be long. And we're going to take that right hand and keep a hold of the knee. Left arm is going to come out to the side, just wherever it's comfortable. And we're going to pull that right knee up and out just a little bit. Release the intensity and pull it back into center. Inhale, release the intensity, and as you exhale, pull it back out just a little bit. So kind of right along the outside of your rib cage. Inhale, release. Exhale, draw it in towards you, back to center. One more time, inhale, release the intensity, and exhale, pull it out, kind of to the outside of the ribcage. Bring it back, release the intensity. Right foot comes to the floor. Now you can either keep that right knee bent or extend the leg out long, and we pull the left knee in. Both hands to the shin, and just pull it in nice and tight. So if that right leg is long, noticing that really nice stretch to the hip flexor. As we pull the knee in, this is a wonderful way to help release that hip flexor. So maybe you notice that on the other side. We take a hold of that shin with that left hand. Right arm is just going to come out to the side. We take a big breath in. And as you exhale, pull the knee in towards you. We'll call this the center. Inhale, release the intensity. And as you exhale, now pull it out to the outside of the ribcage. Inhale, release the intensity. Exhale, pull it into center. Inhale, release the intensity. Exhale, pull it out to the side. One more time. Inhale, release. And exhale, pull it into center. Draw that right knee in. Release the intensity with the arms. And just gently pull those knees in. Rocking side to side. And we come back to center, taking the hands just to the tops of the knees. We're just going to keep those palms gently resting. We're going to make a big circle, and we're going to start to the right, and then a little extension out. We're just making a big circle with those knees. Now over to the left and back to center. Do it again to the right. So it's as big or as little of a circle as you really want it to be, and those palms are just gently connected. So we never want those palms to fall away from the knees. So that's kind of that maximum extension that you'll do as you work it around. As you come back to center, now we're going to switch directions. So we did 3 to the right, and we're going to do 3 to the left. Now just noticing if one side is a little more challenging than the other. So we're working those obliques at this point. Mobility through the hips. Gently waking up that lower back. Last rotation, big circle, big as you want it to be. and back to center. Placing your right foot to the floor right by your bottom, and then the left. Hands come down by your sides. We're going to tuck the pelvis. As you tuck the pelvis, you feel the small of the back press into the mat. Now release that pelvis, just relax, and just notice how the small of the back presses off or comes up off the mat. As you inhale, tuck the pelvis. As you exhale, release. So just that pelvic tilt. Tuck the pelvis. Just that pelvic tilt, guys, helps to realign the spine. Wakes up the core. As you inhale, pelvic tilt. Hold that pelvic tilt. Now press through your heels and begin to lift those hips towards the sky. As we come up to bridge pose, an amazing pose that we get to work our way up to help align the spine, to wake up those hamstrings and those glutes, to stretch through the neck, the shoulders. At the top of your bridge pose, hold for just a moment. And then exhale, slowly bring it back down, one vertebra at a time. Till your bottom is the very last to touch. Let's do that again. Inhale, tuck the pelvis. Small the back on the mat, press through your heels. Start to lift that spine off the mat, peel it off the mat. Slow and steady, feel each vertebra leave the mat as you press and lift. Now at the top of our bridge pose, we're going to hold for just a moment. We're going to shift our weight to our heels and see if we can lift our toes. How much of your foot can you get off the mat? Squeeze those buns and press through those heels. Now slowly release, whole foot back to the mat. And now we shift our weight forward to the balls of the feet and the toes, lifting those heels, keeping those knees in line with those hips. They might want to flare out to the side. We're going to keep them right in line with those hips. And gently release it down now, ever so slowly, one vertebra back to the mat at a time. So as you begin to hollow out each vertebra coming back to the mat, wonderful to promote that individual movement, that articulation of each vertebra, drawing one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Once again, hands to the shins, just rock side to side. And we come back to center, extending that left leg out. Right arm extends out to the T. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, and we gently pull our leg across the body. Now we typically finish with this pose when you practice with me. So this might feel a little different, throwing this in towards the beginning. Wonderful pose to let go of tension in the back, releasing stress. Clear in your head. By that breath, slow it down. Releasing that left hand, rolling back to center. Placing that right foot to the mat and slide it on out. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. And gently pull your leg across your body. And take your gaze out over that left arm. Oh, it feels so good. So I want you to think back. Maybe this was a long time ago. Maybe it's relatively new. Maybe it's today. What brought you to yoga? Was it a recommendation from someone? Were you curious? Has your body been aching or in constant pain? Never good. But what brought you here? And think about your journey. If it's just starting, guys, keep a sense of humor. Recognize that it is in fact a journey, and it is called a yoga practice because it is never perfect, guys. We're always growing, always changing, always learning. Releasing that hand, slowly roll it back to center. Bringing the hands behind your thighs and either rocking up or using hands to support, rock yourself up. So whatever feels good to you. And we come forward into a cross-legged position. So as we move through our journey in yoga, oh, it's an amazing one, guys. It can be challenging, it can be frustrating, but that's when we've got to step back and just really focus on the breath and be mindful of what our body's telling us and why are we frustrated or why does it feel so darn good. So really just be mindful and be along for the journey and know that everybody's on a little bit of a different one. So you're on your perfect one. So hands to the shins, just below those knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, tuck your chin. Press that spine back. Inhale, press it through, arch the back, gaze to the sky. Seated cat and cow, exhale, hollow. One more time each way. Inhale, press it through, arch your back. Exhale and hollow. Inhale it back to center. We're going to walk those hands forward. We're just going to release the weight of the upper body down. Head heavy. Just let yourself melt. So for me, this is first thing in the morning, and typically speaking, I am pretty darn tight in the morning. Yoga helps, so I'm not quite as tight, but I can literally feel myself melting as my body releases. It's an amazing feeling. If you like, extend one arm out and then the other. So if you are feeling super tight, guys, you're in good company. It's okay. That's exactly why we're here. As you inhale, lift the right side of your ribcage just a little bit. And then exhale, release. Inhale, left side of the ribcage lifts just a little bit. And exhale, release. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the right side. And release. I can already feel that back. Let go. Other side. Left side lifts. And release. Just relax. Best you can, let that upper body be heavy. We're going to inhale, lifting just slightly. We're going to walk our hands to the right. Reaching through those left fingertips as you press that left hip towards the mat. Relax the weight of the head. And let's take that right arm up and over. Now you can remain on your hand or you can come down onto your forearm, but I want you to really focus on pressing that right hip towards the mat to create that space, that reach from fingertip all the way down to that right sit bone. Now can you roll that right shoulder back just a little bit? Now keep that right shoulder rolled back and turn your gaze towards the mat. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Now, if you do not have a super tight lower back, be thankful, my friends. Celebrate that every single day. As you exhale, slowly release the tummy and chest back to your thigh, reaching out through those right fingertips. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands back through to center. Fingertips reach out just a little bit further. And relax the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands to the right. Reach through those left fingertips as far as you can reach. Press that left hip towards the mat. Long stretch all the way down that left side and into that lower back. Head heavy. Taking that left arm up and over. Open the tummy and chest, reach, 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 reach. So again, you can remain up on the palm of the hand or you can come down onto your forearm. We just really want to work to keep that left hip from lifting off the mat. Can you roll that left shoulder back just a little bit? Keep that left shoulder back and turn your gaze towards the floor, tucking your chin towards that collarbone. Slow your breath. Be present. Feel all of those things that the body is telling you. Honor them, whatever they are. Exhaling and releasing the tummy and chest back to your thigh. So there are days when you're going to be like, man, I don't feel like doing that. Those are the days that you need it the most, you guys. So on those days when yoga just sounds, ugh, know that you will feel so much better after doing it. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands back to center, extending your arms out nice and long. I often tell my yogis that when you have those days where you just feel like a penny waiting for change, you have zero expectations when you step onto your mat. And sometimes those are your best practice. Inhale, reach it out, core strong, hinge it all the way up. And as you exhale, turn to the left, bringing that right hand to the top of the thigh, left hand behind you to the floor, lengthen through the crown of the head, and turn your gaze out over that back shoulder. So when we have zero expectations, where we're just like, oh man, it's just good to be on the mat, your body just flows. Letting go of egos, letting go of expectations, guys. It can be such a gift. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, rotate to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to your thigh. Lengthen through the crown of the head and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. So just working in the different directions, asking the spine to rotate, to twist, to bend, to arch. Inhale, reach to the sky, come back to center. That's how we keep that spine young, healthy, happy. Releasing those arms down by your sides. As you exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest. Now we can keep those hands down, or you can bring your hands behind your head, interlacing your fingers, closing the elbows around the ears, and just gently pull. So depending upon how tight you are down your spine, this might not be great for you. So that's when we just leave those arms down by your sides and let gravity do the work, rather than adding that extra weight of the arms. Inhale, lift the head, open those elbows nice and wide, and as you exhale, lean to the right. Close your eyes if you can. Oh, stretching all the way down that left side. Inhale it up nice and tall, spine nice and long. And exhale, lean to the left. And inhale it back to center. Release your hands. Let's come up onto all fours to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart. Knees are hip width. Core is nice and strong. Take a big breath in to cow pose. Tummy towards the floor. Gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Press the floor away with your hands and your knees. Inhale it back to cow, keeping that core strong, keeping that belly button drawn in. Exhale and hollow. Let's do 2 more of these. Just moving at your breath, with your breath at your pace. Exhaling and hollow. 1 more, big inhale. And exhale. And back to that neutral spine. We shift our weight to our left hand, or our right hand. Left hand's gonna sweep through, shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor, just above your ear. Rotate and extend, right arm to the sky. Reach it up, high as you can reach. Close your eyes. If you like, maybe take your gaze up. Can you find the base of that right palm? Let's rotate that right palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Arm right along the side of your face. So checking out the messages in the shoulder, in the spine, in the hips. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky and slowly release it down. Press it back up to tabletop, and we're going to take this to the other side. So center your weight. Shift your weight to your left hand. Right hand sweeps through. Shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor, just above that ear. Rotate and extend. Left arm to the sky, reaching up, high as you can reach. This is getting that middle and upper back. Find your breath. Rotate left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Arm right along the side of the face. Just breathe. Inhale, lift that left arm. And exhale, release your hand, pressing it back up to tabletop. And sit it back to child's pose. Extend the arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the mat. Child's pose feels good. As you're ready, extend those arms out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. We're going to lift the forehead, tuck the toes, and press and lift up to downward facing dog. Now our down dog, believe it or not, will one day become this amazingly relaxing place. If it is not there already, you will find it. But just stay true. Let it happen as it's meant to. Breathe. We inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. Exhale it back to down dog. Inhaling to high plank. Exhaling to down dog. Continue moving through these two poses 3 more times. Working those hamstrings, lengthening them. Okay, so if we have super tight hamstrings, that's going to translate into a tight lower back. So we want to do our best to help lengthen those hamstrings. And last one, meeting back and down dog. Always making whatever adjustments you need to make. Whenever you're in a pose, if you're like, wow, I just don't feel quite in alignment, yes, take the time. Find where your body feels the very best. Let's bend the right knee. Left heel presses towards the mat. Switch sides. Left knee bends, right heel down. We switch once again. And one more time. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We take the gaze between the hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold, and just relax the weight of the upper body down. A soft bend in those knees. We don't want to feel pressure behind those knees too much, guys. So if those knees are locked out, sometimes that can happen. We want that to focus on the hamstrings and the lower back. Just kind of shake the upper body a little bit. Maybe shake those hips a little bit. Nothing super fast, nothing super slow. Just find what, say that 5 times fast. Find what feels good to you. Now let's bring the hands to the elbows. Hold on. Just let those elbows be heavy. And then just gently sway side to side. A little arc around the legs. Breathe. We come back to center. Relax the arms. And ever so slowly, roll, 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 all the way up. With a big shoulder roll at the top. Shoulders slide down and away. Do that shoulder roll one more time. Make it big. Shoulders slide down and away. Turn the palms to the front. Tummies are tight, glutes are tight. Stand tall. Notice your posture. Posture is huge, guys, at keeping us young, strong, and healthy. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. We're just doing one series here, guys. You can hold your plank, toes or knees. Core is strong. Draw that belly button in and up. If you like, we're going to do one push-up, one super slow, one top half push-up, take it low, one bottom half push-up, and rise. Lift your hips to down dog. Gently sway your hips side to side.
So we had to go and get in those little push-ups, guys. Heck yeah. If you haven't fallen in love with those strength challenges or push-ups yet, you will, I promise. They are so good. We're going to inhale up to the balls of the feet. Hollow out the tummy and chest. Press the bottom of your tummy towards the top of your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. We inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Sit it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Nice big deep breaths. Our last pose today, rabbit pose. We're going to bring our hands back towards our heels, towards our feet, and we're going to take a hold of those heels just the best you can. Now you might need to adjust where your head is. And I want you to tuck your chin towards your chest just a little bit. So as funny as this is, right? So it's rabbit pose. I want you to kind of come forward to your hairline. If you don't have a hairline, guys, we're just going to be right at the top of the forehead. Breathe. As you inhale, we're going to hollow the tummy and chest, lift your spine, rock it forward. Keeping a hold of those heels. As you lift your spine, hollowing the tummy and chest, we create space between the vertebrae. And then gently release it back down. Take a hold of those heels, readjust, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your spine, hollow your tummy and chest, roll it forward to that hairline. Space between the shoulder blades, space between each of those vertebrae. Long spine, and slowly release it down. Release your hands right by your face and just gently press yourself up. Let's come over onto one hip. Sweep the feet around, slide on down to the top of your mat. Extend the legs out long, reach to the sky, flex your feet if that feels okay. Lengthen and hinge it forward. Release your hands and relax the weight of your head. Now hopefully, guys, you are noticing that the lower back has loosened up immensely. Mine feels way better, I know that. I hope yours does too. Extending one arm out and then the other, just really reaching through the crown of the head and through those fingertips. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. And slowly roll it back. Take your time. Now you can be supported as you roll back. And relax. Drawing that right knee in. And then the left. Hands to the shins just below those knees. Pull them in nice and tight. And rock side to side. So just notice, because we were here at the beginning. How does it feel now? I hope just a ton better. And of course we are going to finish just a little different variation of that spinal rotation. Coming back to center. We're going to place both feet on the floor. Hands come down by your sides. And we're going to cross that right leg over the left. Open those arms out just a bit more and then just gently let both legs fall to the left. So now we're getting that spinal rotation, that release for that lower back, and we get this really nice stretch through the hip. Breathe. Maybe take your gaze out over that right arm. So we're just breathing slow and steady. Face is soft. We're doing our best to let go. Slowly roll it back to center. Take your gaze back towards the sky. Place your right foot to the mat. Left foot crosses over that right knee. And we just gently let both feet, or both knees, come towards the right. Both legs, whatever. Knees, legs. Just rolling the weight to that right side. Oh, and as that left knee is still lifted to the sky, can you feel that great stretch? All the way, I can feel it all the way down that left side, into the hip, into the leg. Again, if you like, take your gaze out over that left arm. So remember the spine starts at the base of the head, right? The cervical spine. So we want to get that
rotation and that flexibility throughout the spine. Letting go of tension in that neck, guys. That neck holds tons of negative energy along with those hips. So we just want to do our best to let go as much as we can. Roll it back to center, take your gaze to the sky. Now crisscross your legs, whichever leg you like, and have that leg in front. So it's like you're sitting in a cross-legged position, only we're laying down. How does that feel? You can have your hands rest wherever you like. So you probably, obviously, picked the leg that you prefer to have in front. But we are going to do both. So the other side might feel a little bit wonky for you. That's okay. It's just a stretch we need. So we're going to lift the knees just a little bit. And we're going to crisscross the other leg in front. And then let those knees open out. So notice what you feel. Maybe one side, you're like, yeah, I felt that in my lower back. Maybe this side, you feel it in your hip. Maybe it just feels fantastic. That's my hope. And breathe. Now lift those knees just slightly. Pull the soles of the feet together and let the knees just open out to the side. Resting your hands on your hips. Now those feet can be out and away or they can be up nice and tight. Just someplace where the stretch is doable, where your body is in agreement with you and not fighting against you. And if this is not great for you for any reason, it's okay. Have those legs out nice and long. Now gently close the legs, and we're going to let both knees fall to the right. And we're going to open up our body, open up those arms, and really work to draw that left shoulder to the mat while you keep those right knees down. Now it may or may not come to the mat. I just want you to really work that left shoulder down while you press those right knee or the knees to the right. Then slowly come back to center. Feel both shoulder blades on the floor evenly. And we're going to take both knees bent over to the left. Now did that pull that right shoulder off the mat? Probably so. We want to glue the knees down and really work to open the chest. And release that intensity. Pull those knees back to center. Hands behind your thighs. Let's rock it up. And come back to face front. Sitting cross-legged once again. Sit up nice and tall. Walk the hands out. Let's see how we did. Releasing the weight of the upper body. Hopefully you can just slowly begin to melt. And just let the tummy and chest come to rest right in your lap. Breathe. Maybe extend one arm out a little bit further and then the other. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Press your tailbone towards the mat. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, reach it out. Core strong, hinge it all the way up. Release your hands down by your sides. Sit up nice and tall, and as you exhale, release the chin towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. As you exhale, turn your gaze out over that left shoulder, just as far as you can turn your head. And back to center. As you exhale, take your gaze out over that right shoulder, just as far as you can turn that head. And back to center. Bring your hands to the knees. Gently turn the palms to face the sky. Gently touch your index finger to your thumb. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Now just take a moment to celebrate what your body can do. The mindfulness that you have of your well-being. The gift of breath to help let go of tension, tightness, negative energy. Honoring the time you have just put into your well-being, for your joints, for your bones, for your muscles, for your mind, for your heart. May your day be filled with amazing gifts. May the sun gently shine on your face. May you feel a gentle breeze. May your day be filled with kindness and strength. Surround yourself with positive things. Reality can be challenging enough. Choose to find the good in each and every situation that you can. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing some time with me, allowing me to guide you through this today. I hope your lower back, your middle back, all of you just feels amazing. And thank you. It's important to take care of yourself so that we can take care of those whom we love. May your day be filled with wonder and joy. Until the next time, my friends, namaste.